Alright, so we don't have any deck profiles of this deck up on the channel. There's a couple of us to play this deck. This is my take. I'll probably get Josh's take hopefully here shortly. He's been playing the deck for a long time, even after Engage was banned. I'm more newer with the deck, so just bear with me. But this is my personal Sky Striker list for the current format. Mine's more of a budget build because I don't have stuff like access code talker and stuff like that. So and I'll kind of go over some other options you can play. It's just kind of like what I like to do with my build. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. So obviously we are playing triple Sky Striker Ace Ray. He's the best normal summon in the deck. And one Rose. I was thinking about getting a second Rose, but we got the Megatins coming out, and I don't trust that. And plus, you really don't want to open a lot of normal summons with this deck. So, and if you do, you definitely want it to be Ray. Ray's just overall better than Rose in my opinion. And then for our hand traps, we are playing the triple Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. 3DD Crow. Double Effect Veiler. And then 2 Phantasme. That's just my personal preference. Phantasme is okay this format. It's not the best. If I had a side deck for it, I would definitely side the third. I just don't have a side deck for this. I don't plan on playing any tournaments anytime soon. But this is, like I said, this is just kind of my personal ratio, stuff like that. So, yeah. So that's it for the monsters. 4 normal summons, and then a bunch of hand traps. And then for our very thick spell lineup, we are playing the double Area 0 and the 1 Terraforming. 2 Area 0 is correct, lets you target a card on your side of the field. Escalate top 3. If you hit Sky Striker card, you can add it to your hand and send the targeted card to the graveyard. Just lets you get into your resources and helps you dig quicker and deeper into your deck. And then we are playing triple Widow Anchor. This card is absurd. I love it to death. Double Shark Cannon. It's another DD Crow, and if you have 3 more spells in grave, you can actually special summon the monster to your side of the field, which is nice. And then this is where a lot of people vary. A lot of people want to play 1, but I prefer the old ratio of 2 Afterburners, 1 Jamming Waves. Afterburners is just really, really good, and if you get in a matchup where it's really, really niche, you can just side 1 out, or both, so that's fine. And then we are playing the 1 Eagle Booster and the 1 Hercules Base. Some people are playing Pot of Avarice over this. I don't agree with that at all. Avarice only targets monsters, this targets Sky Striker cards, which is basically everything you play. So, yeah, that's super nice. And then, obviously, for our limited Sky Striker cards, we have what I call the Holy Trinity. We have the multi-roll, good old Engage, and 1 Hornet Drone. Not much to say about these cards. These are absolutely nuts. You know, with multi-roll being able to protect your Sky Striker cards from being negated. Engage being able to search and become Pot of Greed, which is super nice. And obviously Hornet Drone's free body, and it just combos off really well with the Engage, being able to draw, and then you get the body on the board and make your link plays. It's just super, super nice. And then that's it for our Sky Striker spells. And then for our draw power, I am on the Triple Desires, and then I'm also playing our Foolish Burial Goods engine. I find a lot of utility from Metal Fist Fusion. I know a lot of people are cutting the engine, but you can. It's always a free Area 0 target to excavate. You can send out the Foolish Burial Goods for an additional draw. And even if you don't play this, you can still play Foolish Burial Goods to help dump more spells into your grave to make your Sky Striker secondary effects more valid and able to use. So, all in all, Foolish Burial Goods just has an all-around versatility in this deck, in my opinion. So, I probably wouldn't cut it any less than 2. Definitely wouldn't play 3 because you don't have to be once per turn and it can get kind of bricky. So, then our 1-ofs. 1 Reinforcement in the Army. Collector's Rare. Just super nice. And then we are playing 1 Call by the Grave, the 1 Feather Duster, and the 1 Upstart Goblin. That's it for the spells. So, not much to say about those spells. They're all limited and just powerhouse spells altogether. As I drop my desires. Alright, so that's it for the main deck. It's an even 40 cards. Like I said, everything's my personal preference, especially when we get the extra. Because, like I said, I don't have stuff like Access Code Talker. So, we're just kind of winging it. And it kind of works out pretty well, in my opinion. So, we'll get right into it. Obviously, we are playing our triple Kagari. Lets you add back stuff like your Engage, recurs your resource from the graveyard. Lets you use Engage multiple times in turn, which is always super, super nice. I remember that card got limited, and everyone's like, "Oh, Sky Striker's dead," but they still had 3 Engage, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, so 3 Shizuku lets you search during your end phase, which is super nice. You can always search for stuff you didn't have a chance to grab with Engage, or you can search out the Engage if you didn't get to it. And then, obviously, because I'm not playing the Access Code package, I am still playing the triple Hayate. Being able to just kind of poke your opponent directly and then mill a spell card to the graveyard is always super nice. It helps build up your resources. And then I have one Kayana. Kayana's not really good. It's okay. I do have an Ultimate Rare Kayana coming in the mail whenever it gets here. We just had a Hurricane come up through, as I'm sure everyone here is aware of. So when it gets here, it gets here. And then we are playing the one Zeke. So, for those of you that missed it, there was a ruling by a head judge saying you can actually use your Ray to tag out into Zeke. When Rays, you normally tag out in like Kigari or Shizuku. But that's actually not true. This card has to be link summoned. So, if you're following that head judge's ruling, please don't, because that's not how this card works. As nice as it would be, it's just not how it works. Because Ray special summons from the extra deck. It does not link summon. So, alright, so for our link 3s, we are playing our one Nightmare Unicorn. Just something nice to have. And then we are playing one Ningirsu. This is our main out to Dragoon, being able to just send 2 cards on the field to the graveyard. 1 card you control, and then 1 card your opponent controls. It doesn't target, doesn't destroy. Your opponent cries while Dragoon hits the grave. And then we are playing the one Topologic Bomber Dragon. And then this is kind of my personal favorite. I like playing Zeraboros, just because I play Desires. You can beef them up really nicely. So just some other alternatives you can play to this. Obviously, if you have it, you can play the Access Code Talker with the Selene, the Needle Fiber, and the Access Code Talker for an OTK. Or you can play Boral Sword or Borlo Dragon. Those are always nice picks, too. These are just my personal favorites, just for this deck. If it was a tournament, I'd definitely play the Access Code package if I had it. If not, I would definitely play Boral Sword. You can also play Hida. If your local is plagued with Salamangreat and other Sky Striker mirror matches. That's always nice and convenient. But, like I said, this is my personal take. I don't mean to play this deck in any tournaments really anytime soon. It's not really a priority for me. Everyone who watches our channel knows I like my Invoke Shaddoll Dogmatica. I've been on Dogmatica variants for a while now, so. But, yeah, so that's all I have for you guys. If you need anything, or looking for any cards, don't forget to check us out on TCG Player at Desires9YGO. I never get to do this, but just really big thanks to our boy John and his wife Christina. You know, they take a lot of time when I go out and buy collections or, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, they take the time to sort through everything, and then they go through everything and list as much as they can when they can. You know, they're great people to be around. You know, we're happy to have them part of this whole shebang. So, once again, big thanks to John and his wife, Christina, for all they do for us. Even little things, like I said, like going through the cards, listing them, and stuff like that. It means the world to, I'm sure, everyone on the team. Nick's been topping, so I'm going to try and get a profile with him. Tyler has topped with Virtual World, so I'm going to work on getting that profile. I don't own Virtual World, I don't plan to. But just some exciting stuff going on behind the scenes. I know a lot of people that follow us already know me personally, so there's really no big thing for a face reveal or anything like that. I might do a Q&A video just to kind of change things up a bit while we try to get things steadily going. Like I said, the way the role's been and stuff, everything's just been super slow, and I've had some personal stuff going on in my life that kind of made this up take a backseat. But you know what? It's all good because we're still cranking and everything else. So, September 18th, come out to Harrisburg Mall. There will be a Comic-Con, and there will also be a tournament. As of now, I do plan on playing in that tournament. I'm not sure what deck I'm going to play. Probably Invoke Shaddoll Dogmatica. Might be Salamangreat. I haven't quite decided. I got a couple decks I'm picking between. So, on that note, hopefully I see everyone out there at the 18th. I probably won't do another deck profile until then. We'll see if I make top 8 or better. Like I said, I'll try to get Tyler's list and stuff. Try to get Nick's list up on the channel. Everyone just kind of lives in opposite directions of me. I live in Mount Holly. And, we got people in Chambersburg and Harrisburg and, fucking wherever. So, once again, thank you guys so much for all your support. Please go like us on Facebook. Please like, comment, subscribe. And we will see you guys next time.